Good morning. Welcome to the Lowdown. I'm your host, Doblo, and thank God we're back, baby. Thank God we're back. Guys, we got all kinds of cool stuff to talk about today. Let's start here. Let's walk right on into it on this big Willie good Wednesday morning. First thing we got going on is I've got a job interview. Yeah. 8 o'clock this morning with the big dogs, I reckon. I wasn't out looking for a job. Just got contacted about a job. So I'm going to go see what they got for me. Maybe we can work something out. I would love to have a job to go to. Working is really such a genuine privilege you don't know until you lose the privilege. I mean, honestly, I'm perfectly happy to not be working. But there's something about going to work that, I don't know. It kind of gives your brain... It's kind of like if you had chocolate cake every day. Chocolate cake starts to lose the gusto, right? But if you've been craving it for 2 weeks and you finally get it, man, that's a great piece of chocolate cake. And that's kind of a similar idea to working, right? It's like if you go and you struggle for 2 weeks and you finally get that big day off and you relax, that's the best day at home ever. I've been at home so much this winter that my home started feeling like a penitentiary. I don't know what a penitentiary feels like, but from family stories, this is what I assume, right? No, seriously, guys. I wish me luck. I hope we can figure out some kind of deal. I don't think we'll have any problem on anything, just the schedule. I still got a lot of things I'm trying to finish up here, and I'm sure that would be hard to schedule around. So we're going to see what we can work out. Ooh, my wife recently been thinking about trading in her SUV. That brings me on to a little topic here. I have had very, very good luck through Carvana. Had a family member who just used Carvana and had very good luck. And so I started looking into why they can pay you a better price for your car than a car dealership can on trade. And it's a couple of reasons, but really the main reason is that there's Carvana all across the United States. So when they're buying it, if that car doesn't sell good in this region, they can take it to Wyoming, or they could take it to Arizona where that car sells really, really well. So if it sells for $5,000 more out there, they can give you $3,000 more and still make $2,000 on it. Whereas if here they have a really hard time selling it, they'll give you $5,000 less because they're never going to be able to move that car. So for reference, one time I bought a brand new Chevy Smart car. Absolutely the best car I've ever owned, by the way. I would imagine that car delivered more tools and took me to work more often than most people's work truck ever could dream of. And I got about 40 miles a gallon. Absolutely fantastic vehicle. Anyways, I traded it into them. I paid maybe $11,000 for the car. And I think Carvana paid me $14,000 for the car after I put 20,000 miles on it. So they've got a pretty good little system set up there. Check them out. I know my dog, he's recently been talking to me about a new car, and I think he wants a Ferrari. I asked him if there was anything he had to have in his new car, and he said he didn't really care as long as it had a subwoofer. Those are some of the worst, best jokes you ever heard. Oh, man, that made me laugh. Okay. Here's a good one. Most recently, this happened with my brother. My brother calls me the other day and he says, "Dog, what are you doing tomorrow?" As soon as he said that, I said, "Hey, Chief, Don't work like that. What you need tomorrow? I ain't telling you what I'm doing till you tell me what you need. So when people call me with that question, I never give them a straight answer, ever. I just say, you're going to need to tell me what you need tomorrow because I might not be signing up. And, so a lot, it's kind of like, here's a good way to explain this. Asking that way, for me, will never get me to help you. And it's kind of like if you're mad at your mom and you say, okay, or if you say, okay, right? It's the sentiment. It's not exactly the word, it's the sentiment. So if you want somebody to come help you, maybe don't ask them, what are you doing tomorrow? Say, hey, I've got this going on. Could you help me? Because I will dodge, are you busy tomorrow? Like the plague. Like that COVID shot. I will dodge it. Oh, man. All right, let's get on to some news because we've actually got some pretty cool topics here. Not cool topics. That's going to sound bad. We have some very interesting topics. Whew. Okay. The big one I've got for you guys right now is Thomas Massie, who you guys know I love, Kentucky congressman, an engineer from MIT, lives off the grid, stays in an RV/camper when he's in D.C., really a guy who I feel like fundamentally understands America and its freedom, has introduced a bill, the Epstein Transparency Act, that would mandate documents in 30 days. We will see how that goes. I will definitely keep you guys updated because I am flabbergasted. That's a great word I don't use enough. I am flabbergasted with Trump's response to the Epstein files, with the government's response to the Epstein files. And it's like, I don't think they understand how much it means to us. Children are everything. Children are the next generation. They are the building block of what America will become. I will do anything, and I think most of us feel this way, to protect them. So, yeah, I really am not concerned if my gas is $6 a gallon, if it takes care of all that child ring they had going on. So I really hope Thomas Massie's transparency bill is going to go. It's going to pass, and I hope we get something. Because I'm actually pretty sick of the gaslighting. And I was really full steam ahead with Trump, and if anything has turned me away, it is that. And I think a lot of people feel that way. I don't think a lot of us know how to feel because we all put a lot of stock into him. So let's see how that goes. I'm going to keep you guys up to date. Another piece of Trump news, though, that we've got going on is apparently Trump and Putin had a very loud redneck phone call yesterday. Afterwards, it is reported that Trump reached out to Zelensky, who we all know is in charge of Ukraine right now, who we all know is fighting Russia, to ask Zelensky if he could touch Moscow and to, quote, make Putin feel the pain. Man, I'm not entirely sure who they think Putin is. I listen to, and I don't, right? How would I know any more than they know? But that seems like a very dangerous game. I listened to the Putin podcast that Tucker did about 4 times. Once because the first time I thought he was downright lying about everything. Then I did some research and I'm like, okay, he's not lying about some of this NATO stuff. Then I listened a second time and I'm like, okay, this is kind of disgruntling now. A little more research a third time. And I'm not I'm not sympathetic or compassionate to Putin. But we really did back the man into a corner. What do things do in a corner? They fight. So I'm not saying he is in the right, but we didn't give him a lot of choices, right? We as Americans, as we do, we tried to stroll on in and control and be the world leader. I don't think Russia needs a world leader, right? I think they feel like they've got that in Putin. So I don't think you're going to go push a guy like that around. I think he might have a pretty good bite on him. I don't think he's all bark. I'm going to keep you posted on that as well. So I don't know. Makes me nervous. Really does. I would like to stay out of these kinds of affairs as a country. I would like for us to start focusing on us. I would like to know that when there's a national emergency, weather emergency, that my government is going to go take care of all the people and communities, not the Dallas Cowboys giving $1 million to the community because they know they're never going to get money without them. Not George Strait, a country music artist, having to give money because he knows they won't be able to do it without him. I mean, I thought that's what my taxes were for. I guess I'm finding out more and more every day that not only am I not supposed to know what my taxes are for, but they don't care that I don't know. So until we can start taking care of stuff like that, I legitimately have zero interest in the benefit of other countries. Until we can take care of Americans, I'm not worried about Europe. I'm not worried about Israel. I am not worried about anywhere but here. America first. If we can take care of that, if we can start taking care of Americans, then full speed ahead. Let's take care of the rest of the world. But America must come first. All right, guys. That's our Willie Good Wednesday for today. And since it's Willie Good Wednesday, I thought I might share a favorite Willie Nelson song of mine, Hands on the Wheel by Willie Nelson. And I hope you guys have the most wonderful day. Go get after it, guys. It's hump day. You're almost there. I love you.